The year was 1947. The sun beat down on the rugged hills near the Dead Sea. A young Bedouin shepherd named Mohammed Ed-Dib was searching for a stray goat. Little did he know, he was about to stumble upon one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. As Mohammed ventured into the cliffs, he noticed a cave, its entrance partially hidden by fallen rocks. Hoping his lost goat might be inside, he picked up a stone and tossed it into the darkness. The sound that echoed back was not the bleating of a goat, but the shattering of pottery. Curiosity piqued, Mohammed returned the next day with his cousin. Together, they cautiously entered the cave, their eyes slowly adjusting to the dim light. There, amidst the dust and debris, lay several large clay jars. Some were broken, revealing rolls of ancient parchment, darkened with age. The boys had stumbled upon a hidden treasure, a collection of manuscripts now known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. These scrolls, hidden away for nearly 2 millennia, would revolutionize our understanding of ancient Judaism and shed light on the early days of Christianity. Their discovery sparked a wave of excitement and scholarly debate that continues to this day. The Dead Sea Scrolls, a testament to the power of the written word, offer a unique window into the past, illuminating the beliefs and practices of a community living on the shores of the Dead Sea over 2,000 years ago. The scrolls, carefully retrieved from their hiding place, were found to be remarkably well preserved, thanks to the dry desert climate and the protection of the sealed jars. The scrolls themselves were written on various materials, including parchment, papyrus, and even copper. Parchment, made from animal skins, was the most common material used. The scribes, skilled in their craft, would carefully prepare the skins, smoothing and treating them to create a writing surface. The ink, often made from soot and gum, would then be applied with precision using a reed pen. The scrolls varied in size, with some consisting of just a few fragments and others extending to several meters in length. The longest scroll, known as the Great Isaiah Scroll, measures over 7 meters and contains almost the entire biblical book of Isaiah. The scrolls were stored within the clay jars, their openings sealed with bitumen, a natural asphalt found in the region. These jars, known as jar burials, provided a stable environment, protecting the scrolls from moisture and pests. The discovery of the scrolls within these jars suggests a deliberate attempt to preserve these writings for posterity. The care taken in their storage speaks to the importance these ancient people placed on their beliefs and traditions, captured in ink on these fragile scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls encompass a vast collection of texts, numbering in the hundreds and representing a diverse range of genres. Among the most significant finds are copies of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh. These biblical texts, predating any previously known manuscripts by centuries, provide invaluable insights into the transmission and evolution of Jewish scriptures. The scrolls reveal subtle variations in wording and phrasing compared to later versions of the Bible. These differences, meticulously studied by scholars, offer clues to the development of the biblical text over time. Beyond the biblical texts, the scrolls also include a wealth of non-biblical writings, shedding light on the beliefs and practices of the community that collected them. These extra-biblical texts include commentaries on biblical texts, rules and regulations governing communal life, liturgical texts used in worship, and apocalyptic visions of the end times. These writings offer a rare glimpse into the rich tapestry of Jewish thought and practice during the Second Temple period, a time of great religious and political upheaval. The Dead Sea Scrolls provide a unique perspective on this tumultuous era, revealing the diversity of Jewish beliefs and the ways in which communities grappled with the challenges of their time. The identity of the community responsible for assembling and hiding the Dead Sea Scrolls remains a subject of scholarly debate. However, a strong case can be made for the Essenes, a Jewish sect known for their strict piety and ascetic lifestyle. The Essenes, described by ancient historians such as Josephus and Pliny the Elder, lived in secluded communities, adhering to strict rules of purity and engaging in communal rituals. Their beliefs, as described in ancient texts, share striking similarities with those expressed in the non-biblical scrolls found at Qumran. These similarities include an emphasis on ritual purity, a belief in a cosmic struggle between good and evil, and the expectation of a messianic figure. Furthermore, the location of the Qumran caves, situated near the ruins of an ancient settlement believed to have been inhabited by Essenes, strengthens the link between this group and the scrolls. The settlement's layout, with its communal dining hall, ritual baths, and scriptorium, suggests a community dedicated to religious study and practice, aligning with what we know of the Essenes. While the Essenes remain the most likely candidates for the authors and collectors of the scrolls, other possibilities have been proposed, including Sadducees, Pharisees, or even a previously unknown Jewish group. The mystery surrounding the scrolls' origins adds to their allure, inviting us to piece together the puzzle of their past and the community that treasured them. Section 5. The Teacher of Righteousness, a Messianic Figure. Among the most intriguing figures emerging from the Dead Sea Scrolls is the enigmatic Teacher of Righteousness. This individual, mentioned in several scrolls, appears to have been the founder or leader of the community and a pivotal figure in their beliefs. The scrolls describe the Teacher of Righteousness as a charismatic leader who possessed divine knowledge and interpreted the scriptures with unique authority. He is said to have opposed the corrupt priesthood in Jerusalem and called for a return to strict observance of the law. Some scholars believe the Teacher of Righteousness may have been a messianic figure, seen by his followers as a forerunner to the coming Messiah. The texts describe a conflict between the Teacher of Righteousness and a figure referred to as the wicked priest, often interpreted as a historical figure from the Second Temple period. This conflict, culminating in the persecution of the teacher and his followers, may have led to the decision to hide the scrolls for safekeeping. The exact identity and fate of the Teacher of Righteousness remain shrouded in mystery, but his profound influence on the community is undeniable. His teachings, preserved in the scrolls, offer a glimpse into the religious fervor and messianic expectations that characterized this period of Jewish history. Unraveling the past. Dating the Dead Sea Scrolls was a pivotal task in understanding their historical context and significance. Scholars employed a variety of techniques, including paleography, radiocarbon dating, and historical analysis, to determine when the scrolls were written and hidden. Paleography, the study of ancient writing styles, provided initial clues. By comparing the script of the scrolls to dated manuscripts from other sites, scholars were able to narrow down the possible time frame. The scroll's writing style, characterized by its distinctive letter forms and spacing, suggested a date range between the 2nd century BCE and the 1st century CE. Radiocarbon dating, a scientific method that measures the decay of carbon-14 isotopes in organic materials, provided further confirmation. Samples of scroll fragments and linen wrappings were analyzed, confirming the paleographic dating and placing the scrolls firmly within the Second Temple period. Historical analysis, drawing on information gleaned from the scrolls themselves and external sources, helped refine the dating further. References to historical figures and events mentioned in the scrolls, corroborated by other historical records, allowed scholars to pinpoint the scrolls' origins with remarkable precision. This combination of dating methods firmly established the Dead Sea Scrolls as one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, offering an unparalleled glimpse into a pivotal period in Jewish history. A fragile legacy. The challenges of preservation were immediately evident when the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. Though remarkably preserved for centuries in their desert hiding place, they faced new threats upon their discovery. Exposure to air, light, and humidity posed significant risks to the fragile parchment and ink. Handling the scrolls, even with the utmost care, risked further damage to the brittle fragments. The scrolls' delicate state presented a formidable challenge for conservators tasked with preserving these ancient treasures for future generations. Early efforts focused on stabilizing the scrolls, preventing further deterioration, and piecing together the fragmented texts. The scrolls were carefully cleaned, treated with chemicals to strengthen the parchment, and stored in controlled environments to minimize humidity fluctuations. Fragmented scrolls posed a particular challenge, requiring painstaking reconstruction like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Scholars and conservators worked tirelessly, comparing fragments, analyzing writing styles, and even using infrared light to reveal hidden text. The scroll's preservation became a race against time, as each passing year brought the risk of further degradation. The international community recognized the importance of these ancient texts, and collaborative efforts were undertaken to ensure their long-term survival. Digital guardians. Technology to the rescue has revolutionized the field of manuscript preservation, offering new hope for the long-term survival of the Dead Sea Scrolls. In recent decades, technological advancements such as high-resolution imaging techniques, including multispectral imaging and reflectance transformation imaging, RTI, allow scholars to capture detailed images of the scrolls, revealing faded ink and even text hidden beneath layers of dirt. These digital images serve as invaluable tools for research and preservation, allowing scholars to study the scrolls in minute detail without risking further damage to the originals. Digital databases and online platforms have made the Dead Sea Scrolls more accessible than ever before. High-quality images, translations, and scholarly commentaries are now available to researchers and the public worldwide, fostering greater understanding and appreciation for these ancient texts. Artificial intelligence, AI, is also playing an increasingly important role in Dead Sea Scroll research. AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data, identifying patterns and connections that might escape human observation. This technology has proven invaluable in piecing together fragmented scrolls, deciphering damaged text, and even identifying the handwriting styles of individual scribes. The application of technology to the study and preservation of the Dead Sea Scrolls exemplifies how innovation can help safeguard our shared cultural heritage for generations to come. The Scrolls. Today, museums and ongoing research reveal that today, the Dead Sea Scrolls are housed in museums and institutions around the world, meticulously preserved and displayed for public viewing. The Shrine of the Book, part of the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, houses a significant portion of the scrolls, including the iconic Great Isaiah Scroll. The scrolls are displayed in a specially designed building, its shape reminiscent of the clay jars in which they were found. The museum's carefully controlled environment ensures the scrolls' long-term preservation, while interactive exhibits provide visitors with a deeper understanding of their historical and religious significance. Other institutions, including the Jordan Museum in Amman, the British Museum in London, and the Bibliothèque Nationale de France in Paris, also house fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls, making these ancient texts accessible to a global audience. Research on the Dead Sea Scrolls continues to this day, with scholars around the world poring over the texts, seeking to unlock their secrets and shed new light on the past.